Did it work? There's no more blood.
Are we still in the world of the living?
Yes, we are. We will be here forever, unless... I feel a weak presence. Just a spark of life, but it could ruin it all.
But you said that
Silence.
no one could...
We need to find the source and remove it.
I will do what you please, my new Archon. But where shall we start looking?
It's midsummer already. Time seems to go by so quickly.
Yet, no matter how long I spend with you, it never seems enough. You know, I'm going tomorrow, so did you consider my offer?
I did. And I would love to come with you. But I don't think I can. My destiny is not to be a hero.
But my destiny is to be at your side. Just say the word, and I will stay here with you.
No, Benedict, you can't stay here. I mean, look at you, standing here in that shiny mail. Don't waste your time in this village. Go and begin your training. I know it was always your dream. Me, I belong here. No matter what the people say, this is home to me. I'm no adventurer.
Don't worry. To me, saving the world sounds so much easier than giving you all that you deserve. I won't be away for long, I promise.
Careful. Don't promise things you can't keep.
Hey, Benedict! Come over here! Something's wrong!
Paul, you really know how to spoil a special moment, don't you? Wait here. Don't you dare go away.
Oh no! Who are these people? Run for your lives!
Scarlet! Quick! Come over here!
Scarlet! No! Stay there! I'll be with you in a moment.
Oh no! Help! Anybody help me!
What? Benedict!
Wasn't as easy as I thought.
No. No. This can't be.
You are safe now. That's
Don't
all
do
that
this
matters.
to me. Please.
I will be with you always.
Oh no. Benedict. No.
My daughter,
Who are you?
there is no time to mourn your loss.
What is this? A dream?
You are the only one who stands between life and eternal darkness.
I don't understand. What is this about?
You must heed my words. You have powers that you do not know of yet. You must learn to use these powers. It is essential.
You talk about powers. I have no powers. My love is dead and I could do nothing to help. I'm no warrior. Why did all this happen?
All will be explained soon. But we must move quickly. There is much to learn, for only you have the power to grow, the power to change the fate of your world.
My world? There is nothing of value in this world for me anymore. Whatever it is you want from me, you'll have to find somebody else.
Listen, my daughter. I will give you my power and protection. There are many ways you can utilize my power. You will be able to see people again, see people that passed from your world.
Benedict.
Alternatively, you could use your force to crush those who did this. Seek them out and wreak your revenge. Will that comfort you?
Yes! Give me the power to carry out revenge!
So, it is revenge you seek. Whichever road you choose, your destination remains the same. You must find the Moonblade. Find where I hid it. Then travel to Venice and use it to defeat the undead Archon.
The Moonblade? Undead Archon? I don't understand!
My time draws near. I can't remain in this world much longer. But do not worry, I will watch over you, and there is no stronger ally than me. Now sleep, my daughter.
But I have so many questions.
Sleep. All will be easier tomorrow.
But...
Sleep.
You're awake. I am so sorry.
I just had such a horrible dream. Benedict died, and I think he was death. I was told to find a weapon and go to Venice. I'm so confused. What does it all mean?
Oh no, you mean you don't know? That just makes this all the harder. What you think you dreamt was no dream, although I wish with all my heart that it was.
You mean Benedict is dead? But I still feel his presence as if he was with me. Right here.
Many of us have died. My Joel, too, will never return home.
It feels as though there's a veil obscuring my mind. I can't even think clearly.
Don't worry. We all feel it. I'm sure it will soon pass, but you need to get moving. You can't stay here. Find something new to wear, change out of those tattered clothes. Go ask Matteo. He has a daughter of your age.
Matteo?
The blacksmith at the end of the village road. You really are confused. He knows a fair bit about blades, too.
You always cared for me.
I cared for you since you were given to me as a child. I loved you as my own.
My parents.
I cannot tell you anything about them. This is for your own good. It would not do you well to hear it anyway. Trust me.
Why did this happen last night?
I know this must be hard for you to understand, but there are dark forces out there searching for you. I've always tried to protect you as if you were my own daughter, but this village is safe no more. You must leave as soon as possible. Get as far away as you can.
What are these dark forces?
Hush, child. The time for speaking has passed. You must take your leave. But wherever you go and whatever you do, you must avoid the mountains at night. Creatures from hell roam freely, and no mortal's blade can cut their undead flesh. If you see them, you must run as fast as you can. You are only a weak child. You would be no match for their strength. Now hurry! Go!
Scarlet, come inside my beautiful smithy. Sorry things aren't exactly shipshape. Last night, the roof sprung a leak, and my apprentice got a bit arrow-sick in the corner. Then to top it all off, I had to break my pliers over the long hat of an assassin. Apart from that, though, it's been business as usual. So, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for some new clothes.
Looking as lovely as you are? Well, I can't help you find any clothes, but I've got a daughter about the same age as you. She keeps her clothes in a chest at my house, which is just across the road. If you can find them, Feel free to help yourself. Just make sure you bring them back here for me. I'll give them a quick tweak, just to make sure they fit. Hey, how can I help you?
Do you know anything about a moonblade?
Oh, cripes. The cursed weapon of the dead.
So it exists. That wasn't just a dream.
Nah. Well, yes, possibly. Look, I'm not really in the mood for such fairy tales. This thing was supposedly forged from a metal that is not from this earth, and it's said that undead creatures can be killed with it. If you ask me, there's no such thing as a moonblade, nor are there undead creatures roaming around. These are tales of the mountains and the miners. Of course, if it is real, and you do find that blade, I'd very much like to have a look at it. In the meantime, you better use some real weapons and learn to defend yourself. I'm sure that brawler at the lower part of the village can teach you some tricks.
I found those clothes you mentioned.
My. I guess my girl put on some weight lately. Let me see what I can do. I'm glad my apprentice didn't live to see a skilled armorer turning his smithy into an alteration shop. Yes, don't say anything. It was the best I... Actually, this doesn't look too bad. Fits you like a gauntlet. You know, back in the old days, I used to do this stuff with armor, rather than just tailoring fancy dresses. If you ever find some armor that doesn't fit you, just bring it to me. I would be glad to put my old skills to the test for you. So, good luck. But wait a minute. Maybe you could do me a favor too. I need some new pliers. Ever since that assassin broke mine with his inconsiderate head, it's been a nightmare round here. I think the late ranger had some in his forest hut. I don't suppose you could go and fetch them for me?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Scarlet! Scarlet! Thank heavens I found you. It's terrible. You're...
Calm down. What happened?
It's your half-brother, Leon. When those people attacked, he chased after them.
He left towards Ivy Creek, but he never came back.
Something terrible must have happened. You have to find him.
Hey, Scarlet, come over here. Hey, Scarlet, you survived the attack.
I did. Why do you sound so surprised?
I saw your fighting style last night. Luck must have been on your side. In all seriousness, though, there are some things that you have to remember. When you go head-to-head with your enemy, every last one of them has a weak spot. And there are no exceptions. Everyone. Except you, of course. You've got more weak spots than a 4-year-old pumpkin. But last night, I found those bastards' weak spot. And I can show you how to fight them. If you want. Also, if you're experienced enough, I can teach you some new combat skills.
Show me how to fight these assassins.
Okay, now, I'm going to come at you like an enemy would and perform a standard attack. Only difference is I'm a little more heavy-footed and more handsome. Unfortunately for them, their normal attack is also their weakness. Once they commit to the attack, all you have to do is dodge out the way. They're not very fast when they strike, so it shouldn't be a problem for you. And you'll be in a perfect position to counter-attack. Now, let's put it into practice. Try to hit me 5 times with a counter-attack. But if I hit you twice, you lose. Are you ready? Don't be disheartened. Hey, Scarlet, back for some...
Teach me new combat skills.
It's not much, but it's a...
Now you'll pay for what you've done to our village.
Oh no, fearless fighter! Let us live!
Don't mock me, scum.
As you like. Then we'll rip it to shreds right away. Won't be too difficult.
Stay away, this is family business.
Yes, and the controversy will be solved pretty soon. With this blade.
Let me pass. I'm just going in the house.
What did she say? Damn, where were we? Stay away. This is family business.
Yes, and the controversy will be solved pretty soon. With this blade.
Wait, what's going on here?
Sometimes there are things in life that can only be solved by a good old-fashioned duel.
I'd stay out of this.
Well, I could use some help.
No, help me!
Maybe I can help you both.
It's plain and simple, really. Our uncle died, and we both came here to claim the inheritance. One of us needs to go inside and look for his will, but this guy here is not to be trusted.
Oh, yes, I am. You were always the villain in our family.
The problem is, the will be hidden.
There'll probably be some sort of puzzle. Our uncle was very fond of puzzles. Even a bit paranoid, you might say.
I'll find the will. Then maybe you two can stop bickering.
If you need any help, just give me a shout.
Yeah, maybe we can help you somehow.
To keep your wits about you if you're going to find the will.
Keep your eyes open for any clues.
The will. It says everything should be given to Nesto, and there is something about an unseen blade.
Found the will?
Surprise, surprise. Now, let me see what the old fogey wrote down.
Don't give it to him. He'll twist it for his own good. You'd best read it out to both of us. This place would make a great shelter for homeless children. That was always my dream.
What? Here? In this forest? Honestly, Don, a pub with some gambling and plenty of ladies would suit this village far better. Or I'll just tear it down and sell the wood. They seem to need some up here.
This is my final will. I command that all that belong to me shall be...
Now,
I cut down half of the house, and you install an orphanage in the other half.
Would be a little cold without the walls, don't you think?
I can see this requires some more discussion.
There's more, except for the unseen blade. Hidden in the world of twilight, it will be searched for in due time, and only discovered by its heir, the one without family, will be reunited with the past.
What is he going on about? A blade hidden in a twilight world?
Strange. It says, the one without family. There's only one person without a family in this village. Me.
So, you think this message was intended for you?
Well, why not? She seems a little mysterious to me anyway.
Well then, let me invite you all into my new mansion and see if we can make head or tail of things.
Not that we'd be any good in supernatural stuff, but having been educated in precision mechanics in our youth, we could possibly help you open some locks.
Picking a lock is just a matter of finding the right order. Trivial for people like us, trained in fine craftsmanship.
The door is now unlocked. We'll wait for you outside.
Look, I found it.
Amazing. It's just like in the legends.
Still, looks pretty battered to me. Maybe you should let a smith take a look at it before you give it a whirl.
Speaking of which, how can you be sure you're the one the blade was intended for?
If it's necessary, then I will fight.
Now that our dispute is settled, we'll be going back to Venice. And regarding these strange foreigners on the road, it would be safest if we travel together.
Strange. For once, I agree with you.
I need to get to Venice too.
Then you are most welcome to join us. We'll wait for you at the tunnel entrance, and only enter it when you're ready. But first, we need to be sure you won't get cut into pieces by the next rogue that comes by.
So, how about we test your fighting skills right here, right now? What do you say?
All right.
Yes? Great. Spar with me and listen to my advice. Some enemies are skilled enough to block your blows. In that case, a direct attack won't harm them. However, if you're quick enough, you can attack them from the side or behind. You do this by performing a quick roll, followed by a strike. Roll to the left or the right, and then strike. Try it now. Roll and strike. I'm amazed. You're as quick as you're sharp-witted. The next thing to learn would be performing combined attacks. But for today, this should suffice. You did surprisingly well. Maybe you'll stay alive until we reach the coast.
Well, if you carry on training, you might even live to see the gates of Venice. The best we can do is be your company while you travel to Venice.
And having you around will make the trip more enjoyable, too, as there will be someone with sense to talk to. We'll go now. Meet us in the village when you're ready to go to Venice.
And don't forget to fix this cursed blade. Any power you may awaken from it will doubtless be an advantage on our way. Oh, and take this. It's my travel journal. It may prove useful.
A good idea. Have mine too. But don't forget to give it back to me when you've finished reading.
While you were gone, I've had a chance to fix my bellows. I am a smith again. Well, an unpaid blacksmith in a burnt-down village.
Teach me new combat skills.
It's not much, but it's a start.
You found me!
Benedict.
I'm so glad that you found me.
I felt you with me all the time. You were never really gone.
As much as I wish that were true, I'm afraid it can't be. I'm no longer of your world, but I found a way to reach out to you, to talk with you, and I can help you on your mission.
I will avenge your death.
No, you can't let yourself be blinded by anger. Your mission is more important than me.
Benedict, I'm just so lost and confused. How can I ever go on without you?
Just remember to let your heart rule your head.
I miss you.
I'll always be here.
Don't go.
Here, take this with you. It's a gift. A power to help you on your quest. Use it well.
Hey, come over here! I guess by now you've found out how dangerous it is down here. See, I'm the last surviving miner. Oh, fate is unforgiving. There is still plenty of copper ore down there, but these delvers have spread everywhere.
Maybe I can help you and take care of them.
You? Well, you might try your luck, but I think we need a fighter for this. Defeated them! You defeated all of them!
It wasn't easy, but yes, I did it.
I'm amazed. Take this little reward. But alas, the mine is still dead as a grave. As long as there are no stout men around working for the mine, the village still can't be saved.
You will surely leave the village soon. Maybe you will find willing workers on your way. You might ask them to come and help us out.
No more miners, no more ore, and no more songs under the mountain.
Don't despair. Songs will be sung again.
I hope for it. But will you remember me and ever return? I doubt that.
Okay, now, I'm going to come at you like an enemy would and perform a standard attack. Only difference is I'm a little more heavy-footed and more handsome. Unfortunately for them, their normal attack is also their weakness. Once they commit to the attack, all you have to do is dodge out the way. They're not very fast when they strike, so it shouldn't be a problem for you. And you'll be in a perfect position to counterattack. Now, let's put it into practice. Try to hit me 5 times with a counterattack. But if I hit you twice, you lose. Are you ready?
Got the ore. Now can you fix the Moonblade?
Can this be true?
Can you fix it now?
Fix the Moonblade? Am I an armorer or a tinsmith? Oh, of course I can fix it. Wait here. An exceptional weapon in the hands of a blessed warrior. This is the last time I dare hold it. Here, take it. May it bring you more relief than harm.
Now that I have the Moonblade, what should I do with it?
I'm sure that this weapon can slay these demons the people are talking about. You know, the creature that holds the mountain pass to Venice. Why not try this weapon on the monsters? You seem to be fearless enough to do that. And maybe luck will be on your side once again. Follow the signpost to find the road to Venice.
That's good news. We'll wait for you at the entrance to the cave that leads to Venice.
See you there. And be sure to bring that weapon with you. Don't sell it on the way.
She's not you, Nestor.
No, don't go in there. My cousin Rupert, the gatekeeper's been killed. There are strange creatures inside, demons. They can't be killed. Only a blade from the old myths could do them any harm. The gates to the shore were locked when he died. If you want to reach Venice, these demons must be defeated. In all the commotion, I guess the key to the gate was lost. Rupert wore a necklace, a very old family heirloom. If you could get it back for me, at least it would make the grief a little more.
Ah, there you are. Listen. This looks impossible.
The creatures inside the cave cannot be harmed by any of our weapons.
If you don't have any tricks up your sleeve, we'll never get to Venice. Good. Now we can move on.
She survived. Look, everyone. She survived. Hey, I mean, I'd have fought them off myself, but I was busy, you know. What a show. Just the one of you against loads of them. They all had swords.
I noticed that.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're a true hero. You saved me and my lovely tavern. After all, where would I be without my tavern? And you even saved the guests. I mean, what would I do without guests? You have my eternal gratitude. If there's anything I can do for you, anything, just say the word.
Do you know what these villains wanted?
They were looking for someone. I heard them talking, but I couldn't quite make it out. Sorry. Anything else I can do you for?
How can I get to Venice?
Go to Venice? Why not take that huge bridge in front of my tavern's door?
There's something you don't know yet. Huge rocks are blocking the road.
I see. Well, now that the bridge is blocked, there might still be fishermen down at the shore. Go out the back door. It'll take you right where you need to go. I would say to take care, but after seeing what you just pulled, I don't think you're gonna need it. Behold and marvel at this miracle of contemporary locksmithery.
My boat! My boat! Curse them if they did something to it.
Now that the villains are gone, we can tidy up this place again and drink something.
I grew up at the docks. Oh, what a blessed time that was. And now it's all so different. You shouldn't go there. You'd better stay here where it's safe.
Tell me about the docks of Venice.
If I close my eyes, I can still see it all before me. Oakum and tar and fresh wood shavings from the dry dock in the dark streets of the arsenal, where the shipwrights wielded their draw knives and mallets. And the harbour, bales of wool in the sun and oak kegs of good southern brandy. Ships coming in, spilling men and women onto the quay, eager to do business in the busiest capital of the world, or just to pay the women in the more frivolous establishments a visit, to relax from an exhausting journey across the endless sea. Oh, if only I could go back. But as long as the Doge and his bandits reign, I'll keep.
Oh, windmill, cursed innkeeper. I wish I could just complete my mission and go home.
What's your problem with the innkeeper?
He's a scoundrel. I'm convinced he robs the guests when they're not looking. When he's got what he wants, he puts the loot in a secret chamber. But, I know the secret. By pushing 4 stones in the order 1, 3, 2, 4, anyone could reclaim their valuables. If only they knew. Poor wretches. Hello, how can I help you?
What mission are you talking about?
I'm waiting for someone called Benedict. He's late. Really late.
I'm afraid he'll never come. Benedict is dead.
Alas, then my hope has died as well. I can't go back. The shame of my failure is too much. The rules of the Order of the Holy Seal forbid failure. So this is my exile now. Together with this innkeeper of all people. Yeah, these are dark days indeed. His training should have begun today. Please, are you on your way to Venice? Take this seal and hand it over to Rangar, the master of the Order of the Holy Seal. Tell him that Ingvar humbly accepts his exile. You'll find him in the outer city.
You were talking about training.
Yes, though it was training for Benedict and no one else. Although, you did fight bravely. But sometimes, bravery is not enough to succeed. Oh, what the hell. It's not as if I'm going anywhere. If you want to improve your skills, I can help you. I could teach you new fighting skills, if you're experienced enough. Or I can help you practice combined attacks, a very powerful technique indeed.
Teach me fighting skills.
I can teach you combined attacks.
Look, I'm just a merchant. I don't care who buys my goods and what for. And if I don't sell them what they need, someone else will. And in that case, I'm happier if it's me who pockets the ducat.
You know their secrets. Tell me.
I assume you seek the mistress of the Dervish Order. Well, her chamber is within a huge, like a tower, in the centre of these corridors. Before you go there, be aware that she is a powerful fighter. And I swear to you, she knows about the art of magic. So, before entering her den, you should see what I have on offer for you.
Show me your goods. We have to get out of here. This place isn't safe. Oh no! Leon, are you okay?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Move. Get out of here fast.
Wait, I've got something for you.
So, you're the one we were looking for in the village. You've come a long way for someone who's never been shown how to kill.
I learned fast.
But perhaps not fast enough.
Those are big words. So who are you?
Oh, how rude of me not to introduce myself. I am the leader of the Dervish assassins, and you are the target of my mission.
So you're the undead I must defeat to restore the balance.
Yes, I may be undead, but I have just the beginning. I am nothing more than a mere gatekeeper. My lord is your true enemy. Oh, it is a pity that you will never meet him. Not in this world, anyway. For now, I complete my mission. My master will be pleased. Of course, with the one threat to our order out of the way, there'll be no one left to stop us.
Your ancient order ends here.
I may teach my assassins to kill fast, but just for you, I think I'll take my time.
What is this place you're guarding?
This is a trade court. Merchants from afar come here to exchange goods and ducats. There is also a hostel where traders can rest. The trade court is guarded night and day, so it's also a safe refuge.
I'm a trader from a faraway land.
What do you trade in?
Copper ore.
So, I will need to collect a piece of ore from you as a sample.
I'll come back later.
Oh, foreigner, state your business.
I'm a trader from a far...
What do you trade? Really? Didn't you just tell us something different? Well, anyway, I will need to collect some stone lily or duskwind from you as a sample.
Here, take this stone lily.
Thank you. You are welcome to enter.
Look, she could be the one.
You are right. It could be any of those travelers.
The free passage of foreigners should be stopped.
Your master must be more pressing in this matter. Venice needs to be sealed off. Then you might find this person.
The Doge will give in to my master's request. He will seal off the city any time now.
Where would the people of Venice be without you?
You're as cynical as ever, milady. I will go and talk to my master.
Of course you will.
Benefits of joining the order.
Here in the yard, you can work on your combat skills, like everybody else. But in our hall, there's more specialized training to be had. Inside, you'll find a room of your own. From now on, you can come here to rest and refresh, before you go out and let your wrath run free. Of course, there are many more things you can do as a member of... Just ask me. Here is your... Wear it with pride. Now, welcome home.
Are there any jobs I can do for the order?
I thought you'd never ask. Many years ago, a knight called St. Anthony was betrayed by 4 people who attacked him from behind in the dark. St. Anthony was the best fighter of his time, but even he could not face 4 at once. Within a few moments, they'd overpowered him. But just as they struck with their final blow, St. Anthony uttered a curse. He warned them their souls would not find rest until a fighter equal to St. Anthony challenged and defeated them. The attackers scoffed as Sir Anthony lay dying in the gutter. Sure of their victory, they took with them 4 items: St. Anthony's shield, his sword, his helmet, and harness. Just a few days later, the 4 attackers died of a horrible disease, a plague so rampant, their horrified kinsmen locked them away in huge tombs of stone. These tombs were scattered across the globe, but after a long search, we have acquired all their keys. Your mission will be to find the second tomb and the sword which was broken that night. Take this key to the cursed tomb. We assume that it's located in the catacombs beneath the inner city. Good luck.
Oh, I haven't seen you here before. I am Corporal Kronos, the last member of the once famous Night Watch Guild. For many a year, we were something of a legend across the city, until one day the Doge decided to close the guild down. Or at least that's what they say. One morning I came back, and everyone had gone, just as if they had simply forgotten old Kronos. But if the guild was closed down, why am I still here? Be that as it may, I will continue working for the Night Watch Guild until this misunderstanding is resolved. How can I help you?
What's your profession?
I'm a Night Watch. What's yours? Wait, don't tell me. Let me guess. Ah, you are a fighter, aren't you?
I know how to use a weapon.
Great. Then perhaps you could do me a favour. Listen, at the Night Watch quarters in the attic, there is a bat. Yes, a bat. Anyway, a few nights ago, this greedy beast stole my valued Night Watch insignia. It's the only official item that I had left. So, if you defeat the bat and bring me my insignia, I will give you the key to the inner city gates. A fair deal, I reckon. The Night Watch quarters are close to the inner city gate.
Look at it. Just look at this garden. I used to be a prize-winning gardener until this beast came along and ruined everything. This is a delver's work. Must be a very odd one. Normally they never dig up till the daylight. You look like an adventurer. Can you do something to help me?
Where can I find this creature?
It's right beneath us. If you use the canal to enter the catacombs, you'll find it down there. Oh, and before you go, take this. It's a special lantern oil that attracts this beast. Slay it, and bring me its coat as proof. I hope you're able to skin animals. If not, there's a hunter at the marketplace who can teach.
Ah, how are you?
Tell me about yourself.
I run errands for people, you know? Harbour, Arsenal District, Outer and Inner City. I know 'em all. The streets are very dangerous at night, but nobody could ever catch me. My parents are dead, so I sleep on the streets. Anything else?
Where can I find work?
I don't know. There is the Order of the Holy Seal, but they aren't very nice people. They are always really angry. And there are the Hooded Wings. Sometimes I run errands for them. They give me good money. Also, in the inner city, there's the Net of the Mask, but I've never talked to one of them.
Rat says he hasn't seen you in a while.
I hate him. He always beats me, worse than my dad. I mean, when my dad was still alive.
I'm sure everything would be fine if you'd just see him again.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
Come on. Surely he gives you some money for your troubles.
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. He's a bad customer. Yeah, but not from you. I only take sweets from Rat. Ah, how are you?
Rat says he hasn't seen you in a while.
I hate him.
Come on.
He's a...
I'm sure everything would be fine.
Yeah.
Would you like a sweet?
Yeah. Ah, how are...
Temple is cursed. You'd better stay out for your own...
Do I find the claw?
You need the gate. If you need...
Can you teach me the skills of the undead?
This craft is old, dangerous and forbidden. But as you wish.
I couldn't wait to see you again.
Scarlet, you need to leave this place, now.
But...
You don't understand. This place, it's dangerous. More dangerous than you could possibly imagine.
But why? What's so dangerous?
There's no time to explain. You have to get away, and fast.
But I wanted to...
Go! Here, take this and run.
Why do you do this to me?
Don't ask, just go.
The first one to fight. I'm sure I will be greatly rewarded. Maybe even, finally, with my death. You knew that you could not withstand the secrets of the dead. This cathedral was destroyed because it fell victim to the demons. However, the demons refused to go. But enough chit-chat. Now, you'll join one of this world's true overlords in battle.
How are you?
Have you ever heard about some magic books, or a person named Sophistos?
Books? No idea what you're talking about. Wait, people say there's one guy doing strange things with paper and scrolls. His name is Nox. He lives in the back streets. I can take you there if you want.
Maybe some other time. Tell me about yourself.
I run errands for people, you know? Harbour, Arsenal District, outer and inner city. I know 'em all. The streets are very dangerous at night, but no road could ever catch me. My parents are dead, so I sleep on the streets. Anything else?
Where can I find work?
I don't know. There is the Order of the Holy Seal, but they aren't very nice people. They are always really angry. And there are the Hooded Wings. Sometimes I run errands for them. They give me good money. Also, in the inner city, there's the Net of the Mask, but I've never talked to one of them.
See you later.
It's all well on the streets. How can I...
I must be going.
It's all well on the streets.
One last time, Sophistos. Will you work with me and tell me where the Black Grimoire is?
I will never collaborate with you, servant of evil.
I am disappointed that you decline my offer. Bring him back to where you took him. No one will look for him there, and the rats will not leave much evidence. So, you must be the troublemaker. I'm still amazed that you managed to slay one of our order, but don't think you stand a chance against me! I was born on the streets of Jericho. My mother and father were murdered by scum when I was a young child. Their ashes I kept by my side since that day. As I grew stronger. Fueled by rage and blinded by vengeance, I trained. Until one day, I took my revenge, and the murderers fell like flies to my wrath. From that day on, no one dared stand against me. With my bare hands, I built an empire by making allies and letting blood. And finally, my alliance with the undead Archon made me immortal. You are the only threat to the plan. None of us knew you existed. But this ends here, now.
You came too late.
You are right, Father. I apologize for my failure.
With Sophistos gone, our link to the Black Grimoire is broken. The one good thing is that the undead Archon is now as clueless as we are. We can't take any more chances. You must find Sophistos. His corpse didn't sink to the riverbed. It was taken off the boat and hidden in his former dwelling, as the Persian wraith demanded. And death is not as final as it might seem.
So I must find Sophistos' corpse to recover the Black Grimoire.
Yes, but be quick. Your enemy has not yet discovered you. But this will not be true for much longer. Their allies are beginning to stir, and these are much harder to trace. Hide yourself. Stay in shadow.
Our enemies are undead. Why can you not just take their souls?
Because these undead have broken our rules. He was chosen to be my follower, the next final guide. My role is but temporary. When my time ends, someone else is chosen to take over, and my time as the final guide will soon be at an end. Soon it will be dark in your world. The evil you see now is naught compared to the suffering that's yet to come. So, the Eternal Council sought a new final guide. The one they chose was called Victor, and his training went well. But then he violated the rules by reading forbidden books, learning the power of necromancy. The Council found out and ended his training immediately, fearing that Victor would abuse his position once he became the final guide. But Victor was not ready to lose what he felt to be his birthright, to become the final guide. So he performed a dark ritual, exploiting the eternal laws. Under the protection of a spell to prevent him dying, Victor cut his own throat, as did 4 of his allies. This created a paradox. How can you be protected from death and die at the same time? This made him and his companions undead and untouchable. So now they are free to do as they please, free from the constraints of the eternal laws. And now Victor plans to destroy the Council and myself by changing the eternal rules, by performing the final ritual, which is written in a book that is not from this earth.
The Black Grimoire.
Yes, if he reads the letters that are written on the black pages, he will become unstoppable and destroy all that the universe knows as law and order.
But you too broke the rules, didn't you?
Not with my intention. I fathered you before I knew anything about the final guide, and it would appear the Council made a mistake. The eternal rules forbid anyone from becoming the final guide if they have children of their own, as the power inevitably spreads to their kin. When the Eternal Council heard of you, they were already in disarray, but I convinced them that my unknown and forbidden child, born out of love for your mother, would now be our strongest weapon against our new...
Why have you not told me about my mother?
I have already said more than I should. Now go. Find Sophistos' corpse. Maybe you can find something useful.
I'll do this for good people, like Benedict, not you.
Go.
She escaped? And she killed Hector? I thought I had chosen the best.
We are the best.
And what does that say of the rest?
Victor, my dear, let me put it this way. 2 of us are dead. You promised immortality. What makes you think you're so unsusceptible yourself? Not even your creepy little bookworms seem very effective.
He can only make us godlike if the book is found. Did you not listen? He explained it all before.
Shut up, Black Pearl. Your opinion is of no relevance here.
I did not leave my people to listen to your run-down, ill-bred tattle. I gave my future to Victor so that he can make me strong. Strong enough to rule my people. And I will fulfill my oath to him. My war beasts will find this girl, and they will tear her to pieces.
Maybe we should let you talk more, after all.
It's odd. The more she speaks, the more I seem to lose my liking for her cute little face.
I'm sure His Highness will have no problem surrendering his authority for the cause of the greater good.
Ah, what the hell. I was never too fond of the Arsenal district anyway.
I will spread death and terror in the streets until my oath is considered fulfilled.
Show them your temper, my young princess.
That was quite an impressive showing.
It was indeed, General Black. But now we've seen what's happened with the claw, shouldn't we interfere somehow?
Quite on the contrary. We were given clear orders. In no way are we to meddle with the affairs of the occupying Persian forces. All we're doing is following the orders exactly as the Doge gave them to us.
Nothing wrong with that, General.
So, now that's sorted, let's all get back to our posts and let the Doge handle it.
Very well, General.
Oh, and Constable?
Yes, General.
Help that woman out of the water.
Of course, General. Are you all right?
I think so.
Fine. The occupation is over, and the gates to the Arsenal district are open again, and the citizens are free to go there. That is, if they really wish, as terror reigns there. Also, you can find General Black in the garrison again. And although I've seen nothing at all, thank you, mysterious one. Oh, and don't forget that casket that was washed up over there. I believe it's yours.
I can feel the tides changing. They're getting closer. Some of them have found out who you are.
I'm surprised they didn't find out sooner. I'm not the most subtle of people.
They didn't find out because you were protected. You've been shielded from their view. You have strong allies in the world of the dead. Not all is lost yet.
I'm close to finding the grimoire.
But you can't carry on like this. You are still the hunted. You need to become the hunter.
I won't disappoint you.
You'll need the help of the dead if you want to succeed.
But how can they help me?
Why don't you find out? Ask them.
It feels so empty here. She must have been here already.
She? Well, that's a start.
Who? You! The undead Archon!
Don't be so surprised. You must have known this was coming. Ever since you tried to stand against me to defend your master.
You killed Sophistos! You killed them all!
All but one. And I have a feeling you know who I'm talking about.
Do you mean me? You came to kill me?
Don't try to make a fool of me, Knox. You know who I want. The one who walks freely in this city, unseen by my sentinels. Wielder of the Moonblade, the slayer of the dead.
I've never seen this person before. I swear to you.
You didn't see her? You did not see her? You lie!
Believe me, I have no idea.
Those eyes saw her, and those eyes will see no more.
No! No!
I grew up here, you know, seeing the good old days.
I don't
I was
know.
a lad, not working shifts at the dry dock. Now, what do you want?
Tell me about the good old days.
Ah, those are the days. Me mates taught me the ropes in the docks and the taverns. Showed me how a quick-footed boy might earn a ducat or two a day. By running up the steep streets of the Arsenal district. We thought ourselves to be sharp and daring. So we undercut the bigger boys, who were asking 3 or more ducats a job. I don't think I've ever been as happy as I was then. But today, the Doge's greed ruined everything. I wish I could find the magic of my childhood again. If I could, I'd leave the rotten Arsenal in the blink of an eye.
Have you ever considered working in the mountains?
In the mountains? What do you mean?
An old miner in a village not far from here is looking for people like you to reopen a copper ore mine.
Sounds like hard work, but I guess I'd be used to it. and anything's better than working for Largo. I'll pay this miner of yours a visit, and my friends here will surely join me. Corporal.
I have a letter for you.
A letter? Let me see. Oh no! Him too! Now they've all been hunted down. Either the person who wrote this letter was feeling pretty desperate when he gave it to you, or he knew you were someone he could trust. I don't dare to find out which one is right. My judgment's failed me too many times before.
Problem.
I know a lot about you. Don't come any closer. Not unless you want Victor to know you're here. Victor's my master. It hasn't always been this way. I once was different, but I was blind. I lost the one true meaning in my life. He died in a dark place. Painfully. And all because of me. The last words that passed between us were spoken in anger. I will not let such things happen again.
Where did your husband die?
What does it matter? He died in the darkest place in the city. A room deep in the catacombs. Oh, why didn't I tell him that I didn't mean to betray him? Leave me alone.
Do you know anything about a man called Sophistos?
I know a lot. But why should I share my knowledge with you?
Goodbye.
Here, good customer you are. And soon, rich and famous with your treasure.
Once more, you have convinced me of your courage. Legends say that the helmet fell when Grom struck Antony with a club, but St. Antony did not stumble. Grom wanted to kill St. Antony because Antony showed no mercy, and this was our rule for a very long time. Never let a downed enemy live. Take no prisoners. But we changed this rule. And nowadays, we are forgiving to those pitiful enough to be defeated in combat. We will place this sacred item on his sarcophagus. Here, take this as your reward. When you want another challenge, let me know.
Are there any jobs I can do for the Order?
There is something else we hoped you could do. Your help has been invaluable so far, but there's still one item missing from St. Antony's armor. The harness. We've discovered it's in a country far away, in an eternally dark place. Take this key and find this cursed tomb. Good luck with this last assignment. I hope things are going...
Where are your manners? Sneaking into my laboratory like a thief instead of knocking on the door.
You didn't notice. You're dead.
Ah, that explains a lot.
I need to talk to you about the Black Grimoire.
Oh, the Book of Books. And at the same time, not a book at all. It was given to me. It's mine, and no one will ever see it. But not just because I'm being awkward. Lend me your ear, and I'll explain. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, a book was written, not with ink and not on paper. Who wrote it, nobody knows. But the knowledge within can change the cosmic rules in the hands of one who can look beyond the far horizon.
Right, I get it. It's a book that isn't a book. But where is it now?
Don't interrupt me. I hate it if I'm interrupted. And I will not help you if you're too impatient to listen. Well now, where was I? Ah, yes. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, a book was written, not with ink and not on paper.
Please, go on.
No one knows why, and no one knows when. But the Black Grimoire found its way into our world. It didn't take long for word of its powers to spread, and everyone who heard of it wanted it.
Please, go on.
Rather than let the book's powers fall into the wrong hands, it was decided it should be destroyed. Hot fire is needed. Very, very hot fire. And I was the one who had to destroy it. So when this chimney was built to provide energy for the dockyards, I secretly stepped in and made some adjustments that would enable me to burn the book.
Did you burn it?
No, I didn't. I couldn't. I will never be able to. All I needed to do was activate the chimney and put the book onto the grating. But when I touched the book, oh, I was intoxicated by its power. I needed to protect it. I was not strong enough to burn it.
Where is it now?
I buried it. There's a villa on the southwestern isle. The book is buried in the garden, close to a tall tree. But why would you want to do that? You wouldn't want to do that, would you? Ask a gondolier to take you there and unearth the grimoire? No, you wouldn't. You could. You could put an end to all the horror, but I would never let you. Now, go. You know what you have to do, don't you?
We are here. Now, show me the book, and I will translate it.
You did find someone.
Bringing him here was not easy.
Nothing is easy in the arsenal. We should begin immediately.
So, this is the old book of poisons. Let me have a look. Yes, the Juma tribe has many connections to the dead. Our princess can harness them all. Alas, it is as I feared. The leader of the tribe put a poison curse on you. You cannot cure the poison unless you defeat the one who did this to you. You would need to find the princess and defeat her. But I doubt that your powers will be strong enough. She has the power over life and death.
Scarlet, you can't defeat them. It's the poison. Go and get help. This was bad. This was really, really bad. Our guild is slow and helpless. Don't you see that?
What do you mean?
This is never going to work. They will achieve nothing. Listen, I found someone who will teach me. Someone powerful. Someone with the ability to change things like I always dreamt it would be. I'm going now. It might be a long time before we meet again.
Leon!
Goodbye, sister. The time for talking is over. Now is the time to act.
Scarlet, listen closely. There are ancient caves leading into the rocks that surround the valleys. Go to these caves. Go to all of them. Our old tales speak of sacred items to be found there. You are special. You will find something that will help you crush this barrier.
What about you?
Don't worry about me. This is my home. I will disappear into the shadows and not be seen again. Find a way to crush these gates.
Did you see the Tree of Life?
It's beautiful.
It's hard to believe, but this country was once just as beautiful itself.
But all I can see is darkness.
But you have the power to change that. If you can free this tribe, you will free this country. Maybe then the tree can blossom again. Perhaps someday soon people will feel the benefit of the tree.
I seem to feel for this country.
This tree is the core of all human life. Its roots reach down into the twilight world. If it dies, mankind will become nothing more than a hollow shell. Nothing would matter anymore, and everything would cease to exist. Here, take this with you, and tear down the curses of the dead that are built with hate and despair. End these wretched thoughts.
Finally, you are mine. I will take great pleasure in grinding your skull into dust.
You seem confident, perhaps overly so. You should remember I've survived everything you've thrown at me so far, even your poison. What makes you think you can defeat me now?
I have been watching you for a long time. My master did not believe me, but I was always sure that it was you who killed the others. You are fighting with your heart, as am I.
With your heart? Your heart is as dead as a stone. You have no right to dwell in the world of the living. You are nothing but a zombie.
You know nothing about me. This is my land. I was born and chosen to be the ruler of my tribe.
And haven't you done well so far?
Shut up! I did what was best for my people. Necromancy runs strong in my family. We are like gods, sent to watch over our subjects. But you are just a mortal. I was once like you, weak. But the bond with my lord, Victor, has given me the power to protect my people forever!
You call this protection? Look at what you've done.
One day, they will understand that I'm only doing what's right.
But you're so young. You don't know what's right. Victor has poisoned your mind, corrupted you with his lies. Don't you see?
Silence! I am doing this for my people, and you will not interfere with my plans. So die! Die in the heart of my homeland! Die in the shadow of the ever-living tree of life! Die and let your blood water my earth, nourish my land, feeding my people! Die! Die! We cannot defeat each other.
Our powers are equally matched.
You have earned my respect. Of course, it's a shame that we had to fight before I could see it. Still, I am beginning to see the truth in your words. My land was indeed cursed by the choice I made, and I am sorry for that.
Victor is the root of all evil. I have to defeat him.
I agree. I finally agree. His veil of treachery has been lifted from my eyes, and I know that I have a price to pay for my mistakes. So, although it will undoubtedly lead to my destruction, I am willing to help you stop Victor. Victor is growing increasingly paranoid with each day that passes. Nevertheless, he remains a powerful foe. His magic can destroy even the most powerful of warriors. But there is a way past. Here, take this flask. It's filled with my tears, which are nothing but dust. The dust of the dead. If you attacked Victor as you are now, he would strike you down without batting an eyelid. But when this dust is applied to a garment, it becomes as if it were a shield. Strong enough to withstand the most powerful necromancy, even Victor's. Get a dress, and use this dust, and you will be able to enter the palace. Maybe you are strong enough to defeat Victor, but it will take more than just your moonblade to finish this fight. It will take spirit, belief, and strength, all of which I sense in you. I have lifted your curse. Now go! In the time that remains for me, I shall make my country blossom again. For the sake of us all, I pray that my time will not last too long.
Thank you.
Now, farewell, my sister, but come back any time you please. You can be sure you'll be welcome.
There is one last thing.
Yes?
I have no ship for my journey home.
The dark ship will be at your service from now on.
Thank you for everything.
Bring it all to an end, sister. It is your destiny.
Appreciate the help.
What do you want to know?
How did the princess become undead?
Victor selected his accomplices carefully. One to control politics and the citizens,
That was the Doge. One to scare and threaten the merchant lords. That was Hector. One to silently remove anyone who might be a threat. That was the assassins. And one full with youthful energy to hunt down and kill any that might still stand. That was Chiamaka. Do you know how to summon demons? First, you need to protect yourself. You draw circles on the ground around you, and then light some candles. A very difficult ritual to perform. Then, you whisper an enchantment to protect yourself from harm. Normally what follows is the spell to call the demon. But Victor and his 4 allies didn't. They drew daggers, and they killed themselves while they were inside the protective circle. Do you understand what this means? Nobody had ever done such a stupid thing. But Victor knew what he was doing. After decades of study, he found a tiny gap in the cosmic rules and abused it. They were now dead, yet could not be touched by death. Undead. Death was not responsible for them anymore. No one was. At least, that's what they thought. That was before they found out about you.
Tell me about the Night of the Blade.
When the Doge began to abuse his power, which was almost immediately after he was elected, brave people rose to stand against him. After all, Venice was always a city of the free, and the people were unwilling to surrender their liberties without a fight. Things went well, and the resistance grew stronger, until the Doge found new allies. You know them. One by one, the resistance was picked off, until there were only a tiny fraction remaining. One of them, a woman named Leora, tried to save what was left of the resistance by luring them into a trap. Victor had promised to spare them their lives if Leora would turn them in. But inevitably, he broke his promise. On the Night of the Blade, the resistance was slaughtered in a dark place below the city. And that was the bitter end of what was once a free and proud city.
Do you know the secret of the Black Grimoire?
I cannot tell you much about it for your own protection. Anyone who knows the full story inevitably loses their wit. Do you see the Tree of Life? Its roots reach down into the Twilight World. And below that is another world, a place that's called the Abyss. From the Abyss, the Black Grimoire rose and found its way into our world. And as long as even a shadow of it remains in our world, we are in great danger. Demons from the other world can sense it, smell it. That is why Victor summoned them. You will have met them, and might even heard people call them lectors. For they were bred only for one purpose: to search for supernatural writings.
Farewell.
You must be from the Portuguese delegation. We had heard that your ship was destroyed in a tempest.
Sometimes. Not all we hear is true.
Too true, especially in a place like this. Anyway, you are the last emissary to assure the Doge of their country's loyalty. I assume he's rewarded you sufficiently for your support? Either way, I'm afraid the security here has been increased recently, what with all the disturbances in the city. To allow you to gain access to the important parts of the palace, we first need to be sure of your integrity. I am the steward of the Doge's palace. Nothing happens in this building without my knowledge. When you are ready to prove your integrity, simply return here to me. and we shall begin the process.
Can you tell me about the palace?
The lower levels are used by the personnel, the guard, and of course, our esteemed city council. The upper levels, on the other hand, are reserved for the nobles. This is also where you'll find our impressive throne room. Of course, the nobles have the magnificent gardens at their disposal, too. Many an hour can be spent out there in the springtime, sipping wine, or simply sitting back and enjoying the view. Then last, and most certainly least, we have that expansive palace dungeon. But you don't want to know about that.
How do I prove my integrity?
Before we allow you access to the palace proper, we need to be sure that there's no entry about you in the city registry. As long as you've never been in trouble with the law, I'm sure you'll pass this check fine. Please go to the City Council Hall, which is at the northern end of the corridor, and request a corresponding legal note. Then you should go and see Lucio, who is head of the palace guard. If he doesn't lock you up immediately, then I shall be content.
I'll come back later. I have the note.
Oh, jolly good. Thank you. Farewell. Feel free to make yourself at home in the great palace of the Doge. But first, we need to discuss some more pressing matters. We've just received word that allies of the Doge have been attacked. An African tribe, who are bound to the Doge's word just as you are, were attacked at the harbor. We know that the Order of the Holy Seal was involved, and no one can strike at the Doge and get away with it. We must quash this uprising now. The guilds must pay for their actions. Our problem is these old guilds operate beneath the reach of law. Their numbers may be few, but loyalty within is strong, which is why we came up with this plan. We need someone to earn their trust, so we can strike from the inside. Now, I couldn't help but notice, but you are wearing that guild's badge. Of course, I would never suspect you of such treachery, but as you have ties to the guild in question, perhaps you could help. We need you to get inside the guild and let the guards in. Of course, if you can do this for me, I will have no doubt of your integrity. But be careful. Were you to give them an inkling that you are working for us, I dare not think of the consequences.
I can't do this. I won't betray my guild.
Then I'm afraid I can't let you further into the palace. I can only hope that you'll change your mind. When you're ready to lead our guards to these traitors, go and find Lucio.
I hope you'll excuse our roughness, but a traitor, coming with torches and the Doge's henchmen, deserves no better. But perhaps I should introduce myself first. I am the secret guild master, head of the 3 guilds of this city. But you are a traitor, and now you must meet your punishment. First we shall cut out your tongue. Then we'll pluck off your fingernails and throw them into boiling oil. Your eyeballs shall be gnawed away by rats, and your nose, well, I'll think of something for your nose later.
No traitor, believe me.
Speak quickly. Ha! But of course you'd say that. Why should I believe you?
It's you. I'm so glad that you found us. Someone must have betrayed us. The guards came and they dragged us down here. You've got to help us. Find the key and open the door.
It's a really nasty place down here, and we suspect that skeleton over there isn't quite as dead as it should be.
Wait. Are you the former jailer of this dungeon?
What do you mean, former jailer? Oh, right. Yes, then, would be the answer to your question.
I need the keys to the prison cells.
You want the keys? Well, I've got them right here. But if I do this for you, maybe you could do something for me. You've no idea what it's like being a spirit, do you? It gets so lonely down here, and all you do is laugh about it. Do you remember that joke? Why didn't the ghost go to the ball? Because he had no body to go with. Oh, it's so true. When I was alive. I had a girlfriend. She was so beautiful. If I could just see her one more time, I'd be happy to give you the key. Oh, we were so deeply in love. But then one day, I dare not to think on it. Oh, if you could bring her or part of her back to me. Oh, it would raise my spirits.
You can talk to me. That is a surprise. No one else has even bothered to try. But while I've got your ear, perhaps you wouldn't mind telling me why I've been stuck down here in the dark for all these years.
And you are?
What I am now, I cannot tell you. But I was once an honored member of the city's High Council. My city. Oh, how I loved it. How we all adored it. We helped to build a proud city that stood strong and free. Its towers sparkling in the first light of day and glistening in the last. Mighty ships embarked on great voyages, spreading our culture to the whole wide world. And we, the city council, elected by the people, kept it strong. There were even songs we used to sing, praising the city and ourselves.
Venice has become a mess, and the council is corrupt to the bone.
What? No, I don't believe you. The people would never endorse a wrongful council. It is the heart of the city, earnest and fair-minded.
The freedom you're talking of is gone.
No, I cannot believe what you're telling me. It's against everything that Venice ever stood for. I need proof. Back when I was more solid, there was a room close to the council hall. There, hidden in a bookshelf, there was a tiny hole where you could eavesdrop on the council when they thought they were alone. Go there and listen, and tell me what you hear. If you bring me proof that this council hurts the city, oh, my anger will know no bounds. The news.
I found out more about the council.
Tell me.
The council has no authority anymore.
What? No authority? What do you mean?
They always vote 3-3, then let the Doge decide.
Yes. If there is a tie, the Doge may decide. That's the old rule. Oh, so this is their game, is it? Twisting the ancient rules for their own rotten purpose. If I could get my dead fingers around their necks, I would strangle them one by one. Oh, my wrath is unparalleled.
I can change this, but I'll need your help.
Help? How could an angry old spirit be of any help? My time in your world has long been over. I am but a mere shadow whistling around these walls. No more can I step in front of them, accusing them of their sins. No more can I scream at them to show them how it was in the days of glory. I can do this no more. For I am trapped in the world of shadows, in the darkest place of what was once a shining beacon of the free world.
I'll come back when I have an idea. I didn't mean to disturb you.
A conspiracy! Just as Victor said. Consider yourself under arrest. Scarlet! You! How could you do this?
Leon? You work for Victor?
Of course, sister. Don't you understand anything? He's the only one who can really change things. He's the only one with any power. When my guild failed me at the harbour, I knew that they couldn't be trusted. This city, this world is rotten to the bones. We need a new beginning. We need to start again on a blank slate and create everything anew. But this time with rules, with good rules, with masters, workers, slaves, everyone where they should be. A utopia by design.
Leon, these are not your words.
They are all my words. Can't you see? Finally, I can be someone. Use my powers to help Victor do something. Something incredible. Changing the face of the world.
Enough! You are the one who doesn't see, who does not understand anything. Victor's plans are tailored for him and him alone. There will be no better world. There will only be Victor, and everyone friend and foe alike is doomed.
You don't know what you're talking about, woman. Victor told me about you and your tricks.
I know more than you can imagine. Once, I too wanted to change this world for the better. I too thought my friends to be weak, and in fear they might die if I did not switch sides, I betrayed them to save their lives. I lured them all to Victor, who killed them all without a second thought.
He wouldn't.
From that day on, I decided to be his slave. To punish myself. Do you see? There is no new world waiting for you. Only death. Death for your half-sister. Is that what you want?
You are traitors. Traitors must be punished.
Death and destruction. Did Victor tell you about them? What position did he promise you in his new order?
Stop talking!
Scarlet has shown me that surrendering to the wrong side is never the solution. There is always a chance to make the right choice.
No!
I made my choice once, but today I will make another. For Scarlet and for your pitiful soul, I will put an end to this. Challenge me if you dare.
Scarlet, my love.
Benedict, why do you sound so sad?
I'm so proud of everything you've achieved.
Benedict, what's wrong?
Just remember, I was always with you.
Is this goodbye?
You need to take the final steps on your own.
No, please, don't leave me. I need you here. Please don't go.
I have no choice.
You're right. You always were.
Nor will I forget you. I love you. Before I go, I have one more thing to give you.
We'll make it all good again.
Remember, it's not goodbye, just farewell.
This is all so unfair.
There are things we cannot change, and there are things we can. You are strong without me now, and you must do this on your own. You can do this, I believe in you.
I know. Thank you.
Now, what's that noise?
You useless little creatures. You worms. You maggots.
What was that?
You false vermin. You bloodsuckers. Puppets of a greedy, undead master.
Oh no, it's the devil. He's going to take us all with him. We'll need to pay for our sins.
What did you think you were doing? How could you let this happen? How could you let the integrity of this council mean nothing more than the dirt that's lining the streets we were once so proud of?
He's one of the elders.
We have been elected to this post. We have every right to be here.
Elected? Money elected you. Money and greed. Instead of thinking you are poisoning this city with your unfaltering obedience. Governance means responsibility. And you have the most responsibility in the entire world. You should be humble and wise. Instead, you are corrupt, absorbed by your illusions of grandeur. Who do you think you are that you dare to abuse the most honorable position in this city? Where is your respect for the people? In the old days, we had respect and dignity. We knew why we were elected. The Doge was a servant to the people and not their undertaker. In the old days, we sang songs for the Doge. Songs to show our pride for what we had achieved together. Songs that gave the old Venice its power and made it shine like a pearl. Songs about our seamen who were brave and fearless. And about their ships. You know the songs. Sing them with me. Send my ships to the islands far away. Come on, sing with me. Bringing silk, and gold and silver to the bay. I'm not afraid of death or demons on the way. Row, 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 row. And row you will on the galleys of justice.
You can have us. We surrender. Just tell us what you want, and we'll do it.
It is too late to pay for your sins. The city is in ruins, and the devil himself dwells in this house. But it is not me who shall take the final decision. The one who called me will know what's wisest in your darkest hour. I have finished my duties. I will go to sleep now, for a long time, perhaps forever.
What are we to do now?
Scarlet, you did it at last.
It is time to end this mess. The rebels shall be taken prisoner again and will receive their just punishment.
No, this city needs a new government, and we will do what we must to get it, no matter what the blood toll.
No, there is only one way to restore the order. My guards must remove this chaos until peace is restored throughout the land. When all is settled, we will hand the power back to the people.
A military government? That would be even worse. We need a new beginning.
A government working with emergency laws. This is what must be done.
But we can make up for the mistakes we've made. We will get better and listen to the people. Only to the people.
As you make an interesting proposition, I will leave the decision to you. The guards will adhere to it no matter what. For the loyalty of the guard is always to the council, whomever that council may be.
Decide for yourself. I have other things to do.
Well then, in the interim, the guard will assume control. We will immediately issue a state of martial law.
This is treachery. There will be no freedom. The soldiers will suppress us.
We do not deserve any better.
Now only one problem remains. That of the devil in the throne room. We will try to break in. However, this is not going to be easy. The Doge and his ally each have their own guardians. Scarlet, as soon as you give the signal, we will take back the palace. There is no turning back. This nonsense ends now.
I have some final preparations to make. I'll return soon.
Don't wait too long.
I'll save you.
You save him? Let's see if you can save yourself.
You're finally here. What a pity. You're just too late. Look, my Doge is constructing the final sentence of the Black Grimoire. Oh, I've waited so long for this day. First, I get to kill you, and then I read the final spell, and the old order will cease to exist.
Why did you do all this?
It was mine. They promised I'd be the next death.
But then you broke the rules. You knew what you were doing.
And how is that fair? This council, what do they know? I learned powers that would have made me the strongest death of all time. Fascinating, beautiful, and unmatched. Yet, somehow, the council couldn't take it. Perhaps they didn't want me to be more powerful than they, so they dropped me. It was my right. It was my destiny.
Your destiny is to die by my blade.
No, you've got nothing to do with destiny. Your birth was forbidden by their rules, just as my studies were, and still they allowed you to be used as a tool. And that's all that you are, a tool in their hands, with no free will.
Maybe that's what you think. I chose to come here, to turn this mess into something good.
Good. Good. you say? Ha! I can read your soul. What good have you done? You worked together with criminals. You killed more than 500 times. So yes, maybe you did come here of your own free will. But with everything you've done, you've been putting yourself first. So maybe we're not that different after all. But none of this matters now. I will claim what is mine!
It'll take more than an old man to stand in my way.
Don't worry, I won't be alone. The city of Venice will stand at my side. I will take their lives, and they will join with me, fighting the good fight.
What?
And when they look into my eyes and say, "Oh, Victor, why are you taking my life?" I will answer them long and true. You're dying because of Scarlet. They die because of you.
No.
Watch!
No. No. What did you do?
It's too late now. As of today, Venice is nothing more than a tomb, a ghost town, all because of you! It is time to end history! Now we fight!
And I am the one to finish it.
Die!
The Black Grimoire.
The Black Grimoire.
No!
Release them. Release the souls.
Father! Father! Why aren't you helping?
What are you talking about?
Help me, Father!
Release them.
No! I want to stay alive! I don't want to die!
I will end this here and now.
Fine. End it. And take him with you. What'll happen now?
That's up to the people. It's always up to the people. The things that happen are due to the decisions they make. That is, as long as they don't try to cross the borders.
I crossed the borders.
I made you cross them.
And what will become of me now?
That, again, is entirely up to you. You have already chosen a path, I'm sure you will go on to follow it, but for a long time, or so I hope, you will travel this path without me. Farewell, my daughter. See you in another life.
Farewell, Father.